Now, I'll be honest with you, this may be a terrible idea. Now, I've never put a pork butt onto a rotisserie. This may be a disaster waiting to happen here. Cooked hot and fast. Cheers. You know, over the years, I've smoked pork butts a ton of different ways. Different smokers, different rubs, different injections, hot and fast, low and slow. But this right here, I've never done this before. Today, we're gonna smoke a pork butt on a pellet grill using a rotisserie, and we're gonna run it hot and fast. Now, I'll be honest with you, this may be a terrible idea. I have no idea if it's gonna dry out, if it's gonna fall apart, or if it even cook right at all. We're gonna find out together. And if this actually works out, who knows, maybe it'll change the way I do pork butts altogether. Or I'm fixing to ruin a perfectly good piece of meat. Either way, let's get this thing seasoned up before I change my mind. All right, folks, our first time doing a rotisserie with a pork butt, I thought I'd go with a somewhat smaller pork butt. It's about 7.5 pounds. Make sure everything goes smoothly with a little bit less weight. Looks really good, it's got a really good fat cap on it. There's not a lot to trim, maybe a little bit right there. I'll trim some of it off, but there's no stragglers. I'm real impressed with this pork butt. What I'm worried about, and we'll see how it goes, we've got a great money muscle, is this bone, how the forks of the rotisserie will fit around that bone, because I want to do it this way, not this way, of course. I want to have it going this way, spinning this way, and the bone's right here, of course. So the nice thing about pork butts and the fat, they can actually be pretty well removed after it's cooked. It's rendered down really well. We'll put a drip pan underneath the rotisserie so it'll catch all the drippings, but it will render pretty well. And we'll pull off whatever we don't want after we're finished with it. Makes it very easy to do, but we'll pull off some of this for now. Sometimes I will definitely do cross-hatch my pork butt. Don't think I'm going to this time because I want to make sure the rotisserie holds all the juices as it can. I don't want a way for it to escape as it's turning over. If it's sitting still, it won't go anywhere, but I'm turning it over, so I'm going to leave it full. I'm not going to cross-hatch it. Now I'm going to use two different rubs here. I'm going to use, of course, my favorite all-purpose rub. This is Gulf Coast Smokes That Base. I'll put a picture on the screen for you. I'm gonna use that as a base rub. And since it's rotisserie, we don't have a top and a bottom, so there's no reason to worry about how we season first or last. It's all gonna turn here. So now we'll put on, I'm using the barbecue rub from Killer Hog. Everyone's familiar with that pretty much. It's a very, very basic rub. I like it a lot, but there's nothing special about it. It's just a good barbecue rub. Now we'll go ahead and put it on too. Now I'll fire the pellet grill up, let this sit here for a few minutes while we get the pellet grill fired up. We're gonna put it on 375. Once we get a temperature, we'll put this on the rotisserie, then put it on the pellet grill, and off we go. We're gonna use B&B's Championship Blend pellets. It's pecan, cherry, and oak mix. I've got them poured into the hopper already. We'll go ahead and get the Searwood fired up and get started. All right, guys, we're gonna turn this to 375. As it comes to temperature, we'll go ahead and get our pork butt onto our rotisserie spit, get our forks in. So we'll fire it up now. All right, folks, here we go. Now, I've never put a pork butt onto a rotisserie, so this may turn out ugly. We'll see if we can get it done. I did check and see the bone seems to be on the bottom half of the way I've got my butt laying here right now. Hopefully the spit will go through right above it and be enough meat above it to keep holding it on there. So we'll go ahead and slide these forks on all the way in like best we can there. All right, so now the forks are in. Now let's see if we can get the spit to go through. See how this goes. I think it's gonna do okay, guys. There we go. It was a little messy getting it on there. And one of the prongs is kind of missing on that one side right here, but it's in there enough, and this is in there really well. So, and the bone's on this side right here, on your left-hand side, my right-hand side right there. Once we get the pellet grill up to temperature, it's about there now, we'll put this on. See you guys in just a minute. All right, folks, we're at 375 now. We'll open this up and bring our rotisserie over. Feed it into the drive. Then I'll turn this on, see how it goes. Here's let's see what happens here. So far, so good. We'll give it a couple revolutions and see if it's gonna bounce or looking good, folks. We're at 375 and we're gonna keep going, see how it goes. All right, folks, I just turned it on, but I forgot to put a thermometer into our pork butt. So I wanna open this up, put it in. There we go, right there. That should work. Good to go. Now, see you in an hour. Got our thyfer in, we're ready to go. All right, folks, we are 1 hour in. I gotta say, this thing looks pretty good. The internal temperature, according to the thyfer, reads 73 degrees, 1 hour in. Looking really good, actually. I'm pretty impressed with how it looks. Didn't know what to expect, but it definitely looks pretty good. So I'm impressed so far. We'll keep going. I'll bring you back when somebody else will show you. Guys, like I said, I've been going about an hour now, but the thyfer's reading ambient of about 340. So I just turned the Searwood up to 400. We'll see how it does there and see how much faster our temperatures go and see what our ambient reads on the thyfer. All right, folks, we are 2 hours in. actually looks pretty good, I have to say. I'm very impressed the way it looks. We've got quite a bit of fat render down in the pan, so we know where the juice is going. We're saving all that, and we're getting some good fat render. I was hoping that would happen as the rotation of the rotisserie allowed every part of the butt to get some good heat, even where the fat cap was, so it actually does render that fat pretty evenly. So hopefully what'll happen is that the color will continue to get better and better. Usually I'm 6 hours in before I wrap. I'm gonna guess we'll wrap in another hour probably, because it's already 130 degrees internal. Usually I wrap at 160. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna look at color more than I am temperature, because I don't wanna get too much color on it. But then after I wrap it, do I put it back on the rotisserie, or do I put it into a foil pan and just put it on the kettle here? That's probably what I'll do. I probably will wrap it in foil, put it in a foil pan, let it finish off in the pellet smoker here, but not on the rotisserie, just in a foil pan. So I'll see you guys whenever we do that. All right, folks, it's been just shy of 3 hours. Our TIFR reads 151. So I'll go ahead and pull it off now. Getting a lot of color on there. I don't want too much more color. So I'm gonna pull it off, put it into some foil, wrap it in the foil, and put it in the foil pan, and put the pan back onto the pellet smoker till we get finished, which will be around the 200, 203 degree mark. I'll bring it off, let you see the color of it before I wrap it up. This may be a disaster waiting to happen here. I'm not sure what we're gonna do here. There we go, guys. We get it wrapped up now. Yeah, we got a pretty good color on there. A little more color than I wanted right there. That's okay though. But it's in the mid 150s. Juice is going everywhere. I'll pull the TIFR out, but then I'll put it back in here in a second. All right, folks, we got our butt ready to wrap up in the foil. I do want to do something real quick. We'll take the Thermopin 1, and I'm gonna see what it says compared to the TIFR. The TIFR said 153 or 151 when I last pulled it off. So let's see what it's, and of course there probably is a little bit of a variance, but let's see how it reads. This is reading 159, 158, so wow, right there it's reading 163, 162. So I'm glad I pulled it off. It's a good time anyway. So cool. We'll go ahead and wrap it up. Now what I want to do is wrap it as tight as I can possibly wrap it, put it in this foil pan, and put it back on the smoker. I'll put our TIFR probe back in as well. I like to try to end my wrappings with everything straight up so that juices won't run out the bottom. This is more or less a Texas crutch. We're just gonna put it right through the stall best we can. We got super high temperatures for compared to normal, right? We're at 400 degrees, which is really around about 375, 380. We got it set on 400 degrees though. We'll put this back in and put our probe in, our TIFR in, so we can check our temperature as we go. Ready to go. I'm hoping maybe 2 hours max before it's done. We'll see you then. All right, here we go. We're going to go ahead and probe this for tenderness and temperature, all that. So let's see how it goes here. 206, 205, 205, 204. It's also very tender. It's probing very tender. Yeah, that's red, definitely ready, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it off. I'll let it rest for about an hour. I'd like to let it rest longer than that because the time frame, I'm afraid we're running out of daylight here. I'll go as long as I can, let it rest as long as I can, and make sure we still have enough light for me to show you what it looks like and all that on camera. So I'll bring you guys back when we're ready to give it a try. All right, folks, it is judgment time. We have finished our pork butt. Been resting about an hour now. I like to let it rest a little longer than that, of course, but we don't have that much time because of daylight. So this is for a function tomorrow. What I want to do now is open it up. We're going to pull the bone out, see how easy that does. This may be a total failure. We don't have any idea how this is going to be. We'll pull the bone out, see how it does, take a bite. Let's just look at it, see the color of it, and see how we did, and see if this is an option that we can do from now on. So let's go ahead and get into this. All right, guys, it looks fantastic. Let me pull it a little closer to the camera here and let you see it. There we go, some good color on it. It's got good pull back on the bone. You can see that bone right there. It's gonna pull out pretty easy, I can tell. Very pleased with that look so far. Let's see how it tastes and how tender it is. All right, guys, here we go. Pull the bone out here. Guys, I'll tell you what, that's pretty easy. It's got a little chunk of meat still on it there. Usually they come out with no meat on them, but a little piece there. We'll make that our bite, actually. Man, that's a good looking bite too. Yeah, man, that looks really, really good. Really, it's got, man, the juices are everywhere. Look at the juices on there. Look how wet that is, moist it is. It's good and tender. Looking forward to giving this a try, that's for sure. Good looking meat. Here we go, guys. Cheers, folks. This is pork butt from the Weber Searwood on the rotisserie, cooked hot and fast. Cheers. Wow. Very good, very tender. It was a little drier than I like, maybe in the spot that I was on, but it was super tender and very flavorful, which was right by the bone, but very good pork flavor. I want to try this bite. Look at this coloring on this, man. Look at the coloring on that. Some really good color there. Very pleased with the way this bark's looking in the coloring of that little bit of a smoke ring there. Let's see if this is any more juicy, guys. Here we go. Cheers, folks. Yeah, oh yeah, much better bite. Very good, but I think I would like it much better on low and slow. This, like I said, this was good, and people would eat this. I know they would love it, but I could tell a difference between this and the low and slow. The flavor's there, the tenderness is there. It's juicy, but not as juicy, I don't think, as a low and slow. So I would do it for sure, but I'm not gonna do it every time, that's for sure. So guys, I hope you got some value out of this video. I know I enjoyed doing this. It was kind of neat to do this whole process on a pellet smoker with a rotisserie and hot and fast. Please hit the like button, guys, and please subscribe to our channel. We would greatly appreciate that. Until next time, I'll meet you at the smoker.